What's up, everybody? I'm Nova coming at you with another one. I'm going to take a break after this. I thought we would have a look at AAX Advanced Gold, and been playing with this one for quite some time now, penny flipping. And we're getting close to a pivot point, and it looks like it was right to the date. Well, no, it's on the weekly. Anyways, we got potential push to the upside. Let's zoom in a little bit more. So we had all these weak candles creating lower highs. Now we have a higher low. We're at a potential bottom. If we look at APO, oops, how do we get down here? Look at APO and MACD. Ooh, that's a little sloppy. More like so. Kind of like that. We're kind of here. There's a bit of indecision. If we see resistance and further push to the downside, we might be able to get this a little cheaper. But we're close to. Wow, what was I doing? Maybe this was done. Oh, right. This is weekly. Sorry. Uh, Based on the weekly, it doesn't quite mesh up, but this looks like breakout territory. So on the daily, how's it look? There's that range contraction. Yeah, I must have been daily where I was doing this. Can't quite figure that out, but that might be our next top in the future, or our our loss of momentum. And we do have momentum starting to pick up, so a bit of ramp up. We're coming close to a turn, but again, we may see some noise right about here before we come back down and work our way to the zero. As long as we stay above this tangent, we go zero. The last chance would be up around July. Fundamentally, I hear that I read somewhere that I guess they found lithium and they were buying a sorting plant. Can't be a big one because it's only like 175 grand for the plant. So it's probably like an outdoor thing. It doesn't matter as long as they put money in my pocket. What do I care? Crucial price points, and I think we are there. Is there's the 8 cent mark. If we go down here, I don't think that we'll see our bids get filled. At least I'm biased against that. But we have entered the zone where pricing is getting ready, right? And we've been kind of grinding down. And as that wedge pattern starts to compress, eventually there will be another breakout. The spacing between each run, it's kind of hard to tell, but what do we got here? So 39, 39, 45 days ish. What's that? That's a little bit less. Looks like a monthly kind of thing. Monthly. This one was less than a month. That one was less than a month. Could be two different cycles or two different traders. 21 days. Could be factors of 7. So that means we could potentially see another run like April 9th, another pop. I'm not saying it's going to be one of these big boys because that would probably have to be a monthly thing. 40. Well, that kind of lines up with that too, I guess. 42 days. What's 45? 45 days from there is April 15th. So mid-April. Let's zoom in a smidge more. Yeah, kind of hard to tell which one of these it would be. That looks like it's out of the the range, and this might be the true time and price. And then, so that's our bottom. Let's see if we get another top right here and see where that point is. Where's the angle? We're talking pennies here, folks, so a little difficult to be accurate, but okay, so that says target of 13.5. Don't mind that. However, this one could say target of 12.5. Splitting hairs again. A penny. Yeah, so those are the projected dates. Delete. And I don't have access to level 2, but it looks like base is around 8.5 cents. I have noticed, let's turn off APO and MACD. There we go. I have noticed more green candles than red. So this tells me accumulation is starting to happen. Maybe there are bids down here. And I'm looking at 8.5 and it's not a lot. There's like, this is a super short float, right? 85,000 waiting at 8.5 cents. It's not a lot. So whoever's trying to accumulate here is nibbling, or maybe it's just, onesie twosies here and there. If it was one big trader going in with 100,000 shares, I think it would be very noticeable. And the ask, I mean, there's only 10,000 waiting at 9. I have bought my share and I'm just waiting. I've bought way too much. Very aggressive down around this price level. So this could actually sting me if this goes down, but can't be accurate and you can't be successful in every trade. If you think you're going to win every trade, move on to another hobby, because you're going to be sadly mistaken. Anyway, stochastics are showing that we bottomed out. Technically, right about here is when we entered below the 20, and then we bottomed out. I'm just looking at another chart. Where's the wick? Right there. Okay. So, trying to orient myself. So we bottomed out on this one, and then the Stoke cross happened on this one, and sure enough, we did see some buying happen, and then we came back down, and now we're buying again. Low float. It's very easy to move the price on this bad boy at this price level. Somebody could walk in and buy 10,000 shares and possibly change it to 9.5 cents. Like, there's not a lot here. Okay. So this is not a get rich quick. For me, it's all about penny flipping. And where is our resistance that we need to break through? Right about there, 11 cents. And I believe we had our crosses. Didn't we have our crosses around 13, 12? Let's bring that back. Is it this one? Oh, probably a little lower. And then there was a really steep one here. And, well, might as well draw this guy right here, right? So right now, I mean, this may drag out quite a bit, but right now we're looking at this wedge pattern. Where's the cross going to happen? Again, this might still push further down. We do have a potential bounce, but I mean, what's the trend? The trend is still down, right? So it might just go sideways. But we're looking at like August. So who knows? Maybe there'll be a private placement happening again somewhere around here, and then we'll have a new price target when we see that. Aside from that, I mean, look how long it took here. How many days? 14 before it took off. We're close to that. So this might be the consolidation phase, and then after we'll come up and test afterwards. Maybe that's what's going to happen. Anyway, playing with the share count here, I've accumulated quite a lot. I wouldn't say that I own the company, but I think I'm in way too deep in over my head. So yeah, I broke my rules. And yeah, I'm splitting hairs again. Anywho, very difficult to do any kind of GAN math on this thing because we're in the pennies. If this was dollars, I'd feel a little more confident. But we do have this round over after the pump and dump, right? And because this was violent, it overshot. And then we came up about 50%. So technically the GAN box would work here. Let's have a peek. Right there. And like, well, technically if we go like that, we hit the 0.5 and we're coming back down, and then we'd square the range to see where the 0.5 is again, blah, blah, blah. I'm just trying to see. Clone. There we go. So yeah, I think we're in this tangent and we're just reaching here. That's a little too steep. This point is saying April 9th. So I don't know, maybe put that on your calendar if you're in this one to check in on it. And then we've got these tangents to worry about. So maybe this one here. There is that one, but I think maybe this one here. And I've got alarms going off like crazy. And just a reminder, this is like one of those Hail Mary, high risk, high reward. Could be high loss as well. But I don't know. It's one that I use to feed the beast when you want to trade. This one I like to play with. So I don't know. I'm just going to stick with my guns and say that those are the dates that we're looking at. And this is the compression that I'm considering. I don't think we'll go below this, so maybe I'll just delete that. We'll keep it less complicated. Rabbit hole, what are you telling me? Yeah. So lots of pressure, with lots of resistance, and that's right around the 11-cent mark too. Not even worth going to lower time frames because the volume will be kind of sketch. Yeah, it's all bearish cross here, but now we're starting to level off. So now we got to wait and see if we push up again. So there's like small penny flipping happening here, and I don't trust these bars. I mean, I see more green than I see red. I don't know if that's true or not. I think it's open to interpretation on the higher scales. On the higher scales, you know, we had 3 weeks of red, and now we have some dojis forming on the weekly. And we're waiting to see what this week will be like. Hopefully, we finish the week at around 9.5, and then we may start seeing candles to the upside. But yeah, definitely a lot of red transfer, right? Swapping, and then sell off, and then there's a swap, and there's a sell off. Now there's accumulation and a sell off. So now it's starting to become more of an argument. I don't know if this thing is being shorted still, but the time is wearing off, and it could be that this will be the next leg. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, every 3, 4 weeks or so. So maybe it'll be 3 weeks and then 3 or 4 weeks back up again, testing higher points. And if we break out, even better. I mean, I may retire on this. I can afford to lose what I got in here, but I would love to retire on this. Anyway, 16 minutes. There's not much else to talk about this. Feel free to go over to ceo.ca and read up, or Stockhouse. I think Stockhouse started talking about this one too. I can't remember. I know they started talking about ACDC, so I think it's only a matter of time for ACDC. But have a peek. Feel free to comment. I love the comments, and I love your points of view. You are allowed to disagree with me. I know this is risky. You don't have to tell me that. If you know information that I don't, contribute. We're all here to win. Wall Street has enough money. We don't need to contribute anymore. Trade safe.